Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another ABS Daily News with your hockey coach, Guru Code Frenchy. Today, episode number 269. What your minute coach today? First of all, guys, I want to talk about the development by default. Secondly, this is my final ranking AB prospect. And thirdly, I want to talk about another video from the coach Frenchy Corner. Today, I want to talk about how do you control the puck off of the wall. But before we start, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and leave me a comment about this episode. And let's dive in talking about my first subject of the day. My first subject of the day, guys, about the development by default. Listen, I know when Montreal play, I don't do anymore some recap game. I try to give you more stories. It's something you maybe never heard. And I like to sharing this with you. You can get the recap game anywhere on internet, and most of you watch the game like I do. So at the end of the day, I think it's better to give you more fun story every single time I do an ad daily news. So today, guys, I want to talk about the Montreal Canadiens add two more players on injuries. First of all, Jordan Harris and Christian DUARTE are right now on the injury list for the Montreal Canadiens. That gave them 13 players. Yes, 13 players out of the lineup for the Montreal Canadiens. And I got for you guys a nice graphic to give you who dominate the most game missing since the beginning of the season. And Montreal right now, for the second year, back-to-back, are number one at 438 game, 10 game more at the Toronto Maple Leafs. They are the two teams right now on the top in NHL for the most game missing by players for their team. Last year, they dominate the NHL. Today, I want to consider my subject about development by default because many injuries open the door. And I think some of them take advantage of that. But yesterday, again, the New York Rangers, guys, we have Kaden Cooley score a goal. It's fourth of the season. He has right now 17 points and 40 game, an average of 34 points for a full year with the Montreal Canadiens. We have to be pleased at the performance of Kaden Cooley. Obviously, he missed many games for the Montreal Canadiens. Hopefully, he will be fine for the rest of the season. And that's one take advantage at the beginning of the season with injury for Edmondson and Madison, who have an opportunity to play with David Savard. Send gave one Kaden Cooley impressed. And that's what I'm talking about, development by default. And we have to add Alex Belzile. Belzile scored yesterday against the Rangers, his full goal of the year. That gave him, guys, 10 points in 18 games. And this is the third straight game with a W. The 31 years old, guys. It's an amazing, great story for the Montreal Canadiens. Because of him, for me, Belzile is a play driver. He has different term in hockey. You can call different players, but he drives the play. And the one player take advantage of this is really Michael Pezzetta. Michael Pezzetta doubled his number of the point with less game since he played with Alex Belzile. And that's what Belzile bring on the table. He opened space for other players, and other players take advantage of the opportunities. Plus, he lead by example. He have an amazing, great leadership inside of him, Alex Belzile. My subject is development by default. Again, Belzile took advantage of an opportunity because many injuries produced with the Montreal Canadiens. My other plus guy is Josh Anderson. Then you have to go all the way to the beginning of the season when Martin Saint-Louis want to teach Josh Anderson about understand it's not always good to go, or sometimes the best way to control your speed is to go slower. And to understand sometimes it's not to drive only to the net, but curve back and go back all the way to the blue line and come back in front of the net. That's what Josh Anderson understood. He produced more with the Montreal Canadiens. Yesterday, guys, and Jordan did on breakaway score and his 19th goal of the season. Anderson never played on Jordan did before this season. And now he played on special team, power play. Jordan did is increasing his TOI per game, is feel happy with Martin Saint-Louis. And the reason why Martin Saint-Louis really believes Josh Anderson can become a better hockey player, he knows the floor, but he never realized Josh Anderson is ceiling yet. And that's what happening with him. It's another players took advantage of development by default because he took injuries. Kirby Dack example, Sean Monahan, Cole Caulfield, three players usually play on the unit number 1 power play, and now Anderson play an amazing, great, big role on the unit for the power play for the Montreal Canadiens. Finally, I want to talk about Tierney. This is another great story, guys. Tierney got claimed by the Montreal Canadiens from the Florida Panthers from the waiver. Joined the Montreal Canadiens, have already 4 points in 7 games. He have more points right now with the Montreal Canadiens total compared what he played with the Florida Panthers since the beginning of the season. So that gives you an idea, guys. Tierney took advantage again. Development by default, injuries, opportunities. And one thing I think Montreal do very well, whatever the number of injury they have, they continue to play the same kind of hockey. My next thing here, guys. Martin Saint-Louis process, his brand, his culture. How many times I talk about this all the time here? It's all about play the same way. Whatever the guy go in, the guy go out. Martin Saint-Louis continues to teaching them the same way. The train have to move forward. They have to go all the way to game number 82. But they have to consider performing with work ethic, learning the concept, and to understand to play as a unit 5 player at the same time on the ice. Finish your job. How many times you hear this from Martin Saint-Louis? Number of injuries helping Martin Saint-Louis to become a better coach, to have an opportunity to bring more his concept one step at a time, and the players buy in and they're all in. Look how many players develop. What a story about Jekai this year. Jekai was unbelievable before his injury. What about Samuel Montembeault? Look his development since the beginning of the season. Look about Justin Barron. This is a great story. Think about David Savard. Maybe his best year with the Montreal Canadiens. What about Cole Caulfield, since he's coached by Martin Saint-Louis? And this is all the way. And my point here is about the development by default, because the many injuries, many other players got opportunity and they produced for the Montreal Canadiens. And finally, RHP. Unbelievable what RHP does for the Montreal Canadiens. And I can go all the way like that. Let's move on now, guys, for my second subject of the day. My second subject of the day, guys, about the Montreal Canadiens prospect final ranking. Here we go. First of all, guys, I had to finish with Lane Hudson. What an amazing, great year for Hudson. First, he got 47 points this season. He dominated by any other players on the Hockey East NCAA. He finished number 1 with the most points. And this is the first time by any defenseman. And it's the first time by the rookie dominate the number of the point by one season. This was by Lane Hudson. Secondly, Sean Farrell, the MVP of the AVI League and NCAA. Another great performance of Sean Farrell. Owen Beck dominate again this season in OHL. Trade during the Christmas for Peterborough, finished with the Team Canada, won the gold medal with the team, played 3 games with them. Joshua Roy continues to produce with the Sherbrooke Phoenix. Another member of the Team Canada won the gold medal August and last January. Then Logan Mailloux, over 20 goals this year with the London Knights. The big Jan 6-4 play solid game with the London Knights the last couple of weeks. Really Kidney, again, possible he reached the number of 100 for the second year back-to-back. Play right now with the Gatineau and QM cut trade during the Christmas. Winner of the Team Canada gold medal last August. Philippe Mazar played his first year this year in OHL, followed by Adam Engstrom. Engstrom, this is my wild card as the defenseman for the Montreal Canadiens. A lot of people say Montreal have no goaltender. Remember, guys, Jacob Dobez for the Ohio State is a solid goaltender and big 6'4", 6'5". Oliver Kapanen for Finland is my number 10 of the prospect Montreal Canadiens. Following, guys, by Emil Heineman. William Trudeau, what a great story for William Trudeau. Talk about earlier development by default. He took advantage of injuries for the Laval Rocket to become one of the best defensemen for them since Christmas. Matthews Norlander, unfortunately, got hurt again with Laval Rocket. Jaden Straubel will be interesting if Montreal is going to sign him as a ELC entry-level contract next couple of weeks. Cedric Guindon have an amazing, great season in OHL. Xavier Simoneau got his contract from the Montreal Canadiens ELC a couple of weeks ago. Vincent Rover, unfortunately, got hurt, but have a good year so far. Jared Davidson, 21 years old now, have a good year with the Seattle Thunderbird, maybe the best team in the CHL this year. Yann Mézac struggled a bit for the Montreal with the Laval Rocket. Finally, Frédéric Dichaud, two of them at the bottom, struggled this year, unfortunately, during the season 2022-2023. But again, if you look about this list of 20 prospects, Montreal are possible to have 4, 5, 6 players could play with the Montreal Canadiens in the next couple of years. As I'm sharing with you today, my AB prospect final ranking. Many of them, their season will be complete or they already complete. Here we go, guys. This concludes this subject. I would like to hear from you. What do you think about my ranking? Do you have any specific players you would like to hear more? Let me know. I will definitely back to you about them. And of course, let's move on now for my last subject of the day. My last subject of the day, guys, many of you like to have some kind of video called Frenchy Corners. Whenever time, I would like to add more for you. Today, guys, I want to talk about specific thing, the Colorado Avalanche. I'm going to show you guys a video about 2 goals from the Avalanche by how they control the puck off of the wall. Amazing, great play. It's how you protect the puck and how you put your body again, opponent players. And this happening, and the Avalanche play an amazing, great cycling high, not low. What are you talking about? They really like to spread the ice and they like to bring one forward at the top circle and share and split the 2 defensemen on the side. Here's the video. I'm going to show to you, of course, the other team, they struggle a little bit, by the way. This is a must for every coach and players. How many board plays during the game? Here are the 2 goals for the Canada Avalanche. Now, they have a screen in front of the net. The puck go in the opposite corner. Check the play right there from the Colorado Avalanche. How he's going to turn his back to protect the puck. Very bad play by the San Jose Sharks after that. Right there. He already knew his teammate McKinnon is at the blue line. Now, look the reaction of San Jose Sharks right there. Now, they're going to try to play man-to-man. Here we go. Now, McKinnon passed the puck to the board. I think it's Taze. Now the San Jose is going to chasing Taze. But here's the problem right there. They let McKinnon up. They have 3 players for San Jose. This called in the concept 1-3-1. But they have confusing right now between both players for San Jose. Look about that. Again, one guy pick up Taze to the wall. McKinnon is right now on the top. But we leave McCarr on the opposite side. And look the screen in front of the net. That's a great play designed by the coach Bernard. Then you have a shot from McKinnon. Look, the Colorado Avalanche use his stick under the stick of San Jose. This is a great, smart play. I think it's Likanen, by the way. We have 2 players for the Colorado, and the third one's coming drive to the net for the rebound. But McKinnon scored a goal, and that's it for the first. The second goal, guy, Likanen behind the net, battle for the puck all the way back over there. Now you have helping Leonard, number 2. Now we're going to have the third player from the Colorado Avalanche to the wall to win the battle right away. It's Nick Kushin. He used a body check, turned his body to the puck, and now he already know we have 2 players from Colorado Avalanche high on the top over there. Pass on the back door to Devon Taze. Taze know he can pass the puck to McCarr. McCarr is going to set up shoot the puck. Look now who's going on in front of the net. We still have always a player for Colorado to screen or to tip the puck, and that's happening, guys. This is a goal for the Colorado Avalanche, and this what happening, guys. Details of the game, puck protection. You don't have to be a big, giant, physical guy to the wall. It's how you put your body, again, the opponent players to protect the puck. Puck protection is one very important element to the details of the game. You can see that Colorado does a lot of great things. First of all, screen in front of the net, cycling high, puck protection to the wall, and they recognize already before they pass the puck, they anticipate the play already. They already know where their teammates are on the ice. Great 2 goals from the Colorado Avalanche. And please leave me a comments about this, about what you saw for this 2 goals for the Colorado. And I would like, of course, to hear from you. And here we go, guys. Leave me a comments about the 2 goals. What do you think about this performance for Colorado Avalanche? If you want to hear more about other aspects of the game, please let me know. Send me an email. We have an email for the mail bag for the AB Daily News. It does conclude, guys, all my subject I have for you on this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed, guys. We talk about the development by default. We talk about the ABS prospect final ranking, and finally the Coach Frenchy Corner. But before we leave, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Kenny Show, and leave me a comments about this episode. And of course, you have greatness inside of you. And we wish you an amazing, blessing day, everybody.